Welcome to the Sweet Pea Machine Embroidery Designs YouTube channel. Today I'm excited to guide you through our April Keeping It Simple sew along, where we'll be creating a practical wrist pin cushion. This project is perfect for sewists of all levels, and we're here to help you every step of the way. Let's kick off with the backing. Grab your two pieces of fabric B and place them right sides together on your table. Pin them in place. Then stitch a 1/2 inch or 12.5mm seam along one edge. Here's the key. Leave a 2-inch or 5cm gap in the middle. That's where we'll turn it right side out later. Once you're done, press the seam open with your iron and set it aside. We'll need it soon. Now let's talk straps. You've got two options. Option 1, elastic or ribbon. Super quick and easy, no embroidery machine needed. Option 2, in the hoop strap, with Velcro or cam snaps for a custom vibe. If you're going with the elastic, measure your wrist with a flexible tape for a comfy fit. Cut the elastic to the exact length, and if you want it a bit looser, add an extra 1/2 inch, but don't go too long or it'll slide around since elastic stretches. Alright strap makers, first stitch the placement line for the batting and strap. Lay your batting over the hoop, covering those lines, and stitch it down. Pop the hoop off the machine and trim the batting close, about 1 to 2mm from the stitching for a clean edge. Next, place fabric A over the hoop, covering the placement lines, and stitch it down. Now for the Velcro folks. Stitch the Velcro placement line, then add one hook piece and one loop piece over the lines. Stitch them down and trim any overhang. Skip this if you're using cam snaps, we'll get to those later. Now grab fabric B, the backing, and place it wrong side up over the strap. Stitch it down, then lock it in with a triple stitch for strength. Trim the seams to about 1/4 inch, but leave a 1/2 inch along the opening seam. Clip those corners and curves, then turn it right side out through the opening and use a chopstick or another pointy implement to nudge out the corners for that sharp look. If you pick Cam Snap, here's the deal. Time for the pin cushion. We're using a 4x4 hoop. Hoop up some cutaway stabilizer and load the pin cushion design. And keep those applique scissors ready. Now we will stitch the batting placement line, then place your batting over it and stitch it down. Remove the hoop and trim the batting 1 to 2 mm from the stitching. Next, stitch the placement line for fabric A. Lay your fabric A over it and stitch it down. And let your machine work its magic with the quilting and decorative stitching. Watch your design come to life. Now let's add the straps. Keep your work in the hoop. Stitch the strap placement lines and then take your left strap and place it right side up over the lines, raw edge pointing outwards, and tape it down on the raw end. Now stitch it in place. For the Velcro users, use the loop side up. Cam Snap folks use the socket side. Then place the right strap wrong side up over its lines. Raw edge outwards again. Tape and stitch it down. Velcro hook side down or Cam Snap stud side. Grab your fabric B backing and place it wrong side up on the hoop. Poke the straps through that 2-inch opening you left earlier so the rounded edges stay free. Stitch it down, then secure with a triple stitch. Remove your pin cushion from the hoop and trim the seams to a 1/4 inch. Clip the corners and curves, then turn it right side out through the opening and use a chopstick to push out those corners nice and neat. Stuff it to your liking, firm but soft so it holds pins well. Want any extra safety? Slip in a protective layer like faux leather, PVC, cardboard or cork on top of the stuffing before closing. Hand stitch that opening shut and boom, your wrist pin cushion is ready to wear.